Who? Crymar! Is that Crymar Novan? That's a free nobleman of Alderaan. Unhand him. Who are you? What's this about?
I work for the Empire. The Empire you swore to serve.
That wasn't exactly the terms of our agreement as I understood it.
All of Alderaan will be thrown into chains because of you!
Silence, slave! The sooner you see reason, the easier it'll be.
I've said before that being too harsh might stir greater rebellion, though, of course, that's up to you.
I believe that is up to me.
Sir!
This spineless toad will make a poor lord of Alderaan.
Yes, it will take work to shape him. I hope you will undertake this for me. I would like to make you the voice of the Empire in House Thul. Aid Jorad and his men in crushing resistance to our rule. Obey him as if it were me, and with the same penalty for defiance. Tell him what you need, and he will ensure Thul's hold on Alderaan.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Penalty for defiance. I like the sound of that.
I suppose the Moff expects us to take on House Organa. They're one of our oldest noble houses and loyal to the Republic. Until recently, they've been without an army, but they've got supporters all over the planet, including here.
You'll never find them. They've got top-of-the-line cloaking better than anything the Empire makes. No probes will get through, no spy sats, nothing.
You really are an idiot.
House Organa denied raising an army, claiming it's just patriots defending their lands. But their attacks are too organized. We'll never find every group. We need to get inside their planet-wide communications, and that means finding a base with a physical link to slice into.
No Organa will leave your lands alive.
That's very thorough, but not entirely the point. The Organa guerrillas have a base hidden in some cave or other natural camouflage. There should be a master comlink there, guarded by their best soldiers. If you insert this computer spike, it'll give us a backdoor into all their communications.
Once we can hear them, there's nowhere on this world they'll be safe.
House Organa will not make another move without us knowing.
On your knees, all of you. The hero before us deposed the false king. I am Lord Sergei Thul, apprentice of Darth Victus, and the first of House Thul to survive the Sith Academy.
His lordship will seize the throne you made vacant.
Fate willing. But my ascension must wait. Alderaan is in a state of anarchy, and a threat greater than the Ulgo usurpers rears its head.
What sort of threat? Are we talking about the Republic or something local?
The Killiks are stirring, legion upon legion. They've already devoured the armies of Kalnosh and Antilles. The people fear it's the Killik Black Hive returning after a millennium underground. I'm not a superstitious man, but I know disaster when I see it.
Don't tell me House Thul and the Imperial army can't handle an infestation.
No enemy can survive the fury of Empire and Thul together. But the Black Hive is not our only foe. They're the worst of the Killik broods. The lesser nests fled to the surface to escape being cannibalized by their savage kin.
Yet if his lordship turns his attention to the Killiks, the other houses will destroy Thul.
Moff Sarek and I proposed to use small strike teams against the Black Hive, and he advised you take lead. Succeed, and House Thul can focus on winning the planet. Fail, and Killiks of every size will swarm over Alderaan, and all of us will be joiners.
I'm afraid you're mistaking me for someone with loyalty to Thule.
How dare you?
My authority comes from Darth Victus and Moff Sarek. Defy them, and you defy the entire Empire. We do have one other ally. Chanya Madal, a member of the Order of Extermination, has agreed to help us.
For 20 millennia, members of the Order have forsaken house ties and worldly possessions to protect us from the Killiks. During the Hive's century sleep, the Order watches and prepares. When the Hives awake, they spread fire.
They number barely a handful now. Madal has no loyalty to Thule, but she's our best hope against these monsters.
This isn't my war, and the rest of the galaxy awaits. I make no promises, Thule.
Consider the consequences if Alderaan falls because of you. Go to Madal and listen to her advice, but be careful what you reveal. Remember, she is not one of us.
Impressive work. You can see we now have access to the Organa systems. They're all talking about the ruthlessness and brutality of the recent attack. They do train you Imperials well, don't they?
Crush the rebellion now, and you will not have to fight them again.
True. When everyone has bowed to us, there will again be peace on Alderaan. Now that we can monitor the Organa's communications, it should be possible to...
Lord Thule, the base is under attack!
Send aid quickly. Order Outpost 2 under attack. I repeat, under attack.
Perimeter defenses breached. We're under attack by assault droids. Repeat, a coordinated attack by probe and assault droids.
Blood of the Queen!
Things are looking up, then.
I'm getting data feeds right now. It's a coordinated attack. All 3 border outposts. Hunter-killers and probe droids. All I've got out there is a skeleton crew. You're the only one close enough to reach them in time. Please, save my bases, and bring me the memory cores from any probes you destroy. I want to know who's behind this. Good luck.
I'll bring you the heads of those droids, and their master.
Thank you. No.
Got you. In the swarm, the flame will guide me. In hardship, I will endure.
Chanya Madal. Sergei Thule sent me.
What? Of course. Allies of the Sith who would be king. On behalf of the Knights of the Order of Extermination and the blood of Alderaan, I offer my services in the war against the Killiks. Ventadia Droth, Kano Fora.
When it comes to slaying Killiks, I'm told you know more than anyone.
For 20,000 years, my order has fought the nests. We know their hibernation cycles, the secrets of their joiners. We should be advising the armies of a united planet. Instead, we're a handful against the Black Hive.
I promise to keep you safe. And if there's anything else I can do to take your mind off the situation...
I can protect myself, and my oaths to the Order leave no room for other pursuits. The last time the Black Hive emerged, it left whole cities in ruins. Its Killiks are monstrous, and their bloodlust grows with every joiner they absorb. I've been strategizing with the Imperial strike teams. They're making progress, but not enough. You should meet with them, lead our efforts.
You'll learn quickly, if you haven't already. We're fighting a war of fools. Rely on no one.
I would lay down my life to keep one Alderaanian fool from becoming a Killik joiner. Come, and I'll anoint you with the Chanmasu herbs. Whether you believe in ritual or not, the scent will discourage your foe. And be guided by the Codex Chitinus and the First Huntsman. See to the others, and I'll continue to search for weaknesses.
You're the mystery troubleshooter from Balmorra. You may execute me for saying so, but I admire your work. Sergeant Namada, Bug Hunter Division. My squad came here off colloquy duty. It's an honor to meet you.
You really think that interests me?
Begging your pardon. I'll get to our status then, assuming you're interested. Team's supposed to contain the Killik threat, so House Thule's free to work. Fine plan, but Science Bureau has us trying out a tractor tech like this brood totem device they gave us. Lures Killiks into enemy territory.
I'm not sure that's smart.
We agree in that. Not my opinion that matters, I'm afraid. We dropped the totem off in Killik territory so it could synchronize pheromones. We barely survived. Now we need to move it to Organa territory for testing. We carry chitin-piercing rounds and insecticide gas. We can't fight Organa troops. But you assist, like on Balmorra, this lure project might move forward.
Should be straightforward.
Just be careful you don't lure in too many Killiks. They're not like colicoids. They take prisoners and...
You are viewing restricted information.
I can't track the Killiks without satellite data.
Your confession has been recorded.
This is madness. Tell him. I'm not after your military secrets, but I can't fight blind.
You're a guest of the Empire. But there are limits to Imperial hospitality. Do not step out of line again.
I grant that I have trespassed. I apologize. You can supervise me as I check my data, then I'll show you what I found. The Black Hive is hurting from what you've done, and I think I've found one of their weaknesses. Months ago, King Ulgo became aware of the extent of the Killik threat. Instead of alerting my order, he tried to hide the problem by hiring mercenaries.
Who exactly did King Ulgo hire?
The mercenary group was called Blood Company, run by an alien warlord who was part of the Manan atrocities, according to your files. Blood Company was absorbed by the Hive mind. They all became joiners, and their knowledge and savagery spread to the Killiks.
If Blood Company is the brain of the Hive, then let's cut off their head.
Using the Order's lore and Imperial technology, I've made a bait that should lure in the joiners if used at the right locations. I'll entrust it to you. I'd be torn apart myself, but someone has to save this world.
House Thule was wise to recruit you. You should be proud of your role in Alderaan's protection.
The credit goes to the Order, and there's still much more to do. If you can destroy the joiners, the nest will start to unravel. There's a base farther out. We should move there next. Good hunting.
Lieutenant, Chani Madal of the Order of Extermination sent me.
Sir, holocoms are online. We'll put you through.
This is Sergei Thule on the Eastern Front. We're dealing with another Organa attack. How do we fare against the Killiks?
Your ally managed to disrupt the war mind of the Black Hive.
Is that right?
I am grateful to you. The joiners were the key, and you risked body and spirit to stop them.
No sacrifice is too great to save this planet from the Killiks.
In the name of the First Huntsman and his sons, I'm tremendously grateful for all you've done. It's becoming clear that House Thule is the only house devoted to the Killiks' elimination. I'll continue advising your teams, Lord Sergei. Chanya out.
You're winning the hearts of the people. Pity she may be trouble.
The Killiks are weakened, and soon the Black Nest will fall. After that, Chania Madal will be unnecessary.
True enough. Wipe the remnants of the Killik forces off the planet, and watch for the other houses. The fewer the bugs, the more they'll encroach.
This is unacceptable. I sent researchers out 2-3 hours ago, and still they haven't returned. Not an efficient bone in their bodies. Perhaps you could assist where these indolent researchers failed. I need that relic. I need it now.
Awfully cold, aren't you?
Dead, alive, they're still failures. Only the relic matters. It holds ancient texts detailing a time when Killiks ruled Alderaan. Records of Ouroboros, the Killiks' castle lands, their rise and their fall. With the relic's information, we could potentially drive back the Killiks, or control them.
Why bother controlling the Killiks when we can slaughter them all and be done with it?
That seems a tad harsh, even if it could be done. Everything rests on the relic's recovery, and I've wasted enough time waiting on my inept researchers. Perhaps you can repair their blunder. Recover the relic?
Where should I start?
The relic lies among ruins atop the nearby mountain. If you see my researchers, feel free to push them down the mountainside.
Here's the relic. I hope it contains the Killick records you expected.
Finally, it's in my hands. Our Killick experts will be thrilled. I appreciate your haste. You certainly shamed those pathetic researchers of mine, wherever they are.
I'm very good at my work.
Color me impressed. Soon we'll drive the Killicks into submission. Then Alderaan...
Lord Sergei Thule.
My friend, 2 hours ago I took the head of one of Organa's generals. The battle was glorious.
You shall be our beloved king.
But only because you held the other front. How high were Killick bodies piled by the time you were through? How many joiners fell at your feet?
The swarm was endless, so was the bloodshed.
If only I could have been there.
You wished to present the message, my lord?
Yes. Our ally in the Order of Extermination passed this along.
The Black Hive has crumbled. Their Killicks are in retreat, and collapsing their tunnels should be simple. I'm sorry I can't say this in person. I'm heading out for aerial reconnaissance. But I want to recognize your efforts. In the name of the First Huntsman, by the Stone of Chianar, I pronounce you Brethren of the Order. We will remember you always.
Generous as the sentiment may be, it's time we eliminated her. She knows you, she knows Thule's secrets, and her usefulness is over.
Her reconnaissance mission can end badly. Will you arrange it?
Of course. It's a reasonable plan.
I will make contact.
We've worked well together, you and I. When the opposition finally collapses, your support of my kingship would be invaluable.
You're ambitious, but the people won't support a Thule-turned Sith, and the Empire needs a king who can be controlled.
We shall see. I must return to the battlefield, but I wish you well in your travels. What you've seen here on Alderaan, it's only the start for the galaxy.
I cannot thank you enough for your quick work. I don't know what the Organas were after, but that attack was long in the planning.
It is foolishness to spread your troops so thin.
We have not had outright war on Alderaan for generations. Our tactics are somewhat rusty. Who's the source of these? What were they looking for? And quickly!
The programming signatures point to Lord Cedric Kilesa.
Lord Kilesa is my vassal. He swore loyalty to me personally when we returned from exile.
The most loyal often bear the most watching.
The parameters indicate the probes were to join an assault team in a... My lord, this program indicates an assault team massing in a tunnel between here and the Kilesa estates. I don't find any such tunnel on the blueprint.
The siege tunnel! Blood of a queen! They're coming through the siege tunnel!
What are you talking about?
There's an old tunnel between here and Cedric's estate. It was the escape route in ancient times in case of a siege. No one's used it in centuries, but the tunnel opens right under this room. What are we going to do?
I'll be stained with blood from head to toe.
I would not have guessed your bloodlust would come in so handy. Moff Sarek gave us cartons of thermite explosives. They take time to set up, but they pack a punch. If you take them into the siege tunnel, you can collapse it on Cedric and his army. Seal the access, so they can't threaten us again.
Let's get this done.
I don't know what I'd do without you here. There's an entrance to the tunnel nearby. The storeroom is in the same area. I'll recall my troops to defend the surface, but the...
So, you're the Imperial puppet who taught Jorad Thule to bite instead of bark. Does he lick your hand? Fetch your slippers? Real Alderaanians will never bow to the likes of you.
I'm here to kill you.
Then do it. Another will rise in my place, and another after that, until the last infant child. If you had a shred of honor, you face me like a man of noble blood. Instead, you hide behind a box of thermite.
This tunnel's coming down.
Even our ruins are more alive than your empire! Retreat!
Never stood a chance.
The Khaleesi's just surrendered. My men are returning from the outpost to take them into custody. When they saw the tunnel explode around their lord, every man among them laid down their arms. I will tell Moff Serek of your heroism immediately.
You wouldn't be set without me. Spread the word.
I will make sure of that. The Thals need not fear any further rebellion in their ranks. It would be a waste to pin down one of our best operatives here any longer. General Stanul Thal is coordinating our efforts near House Ald. Speak to him if you'd like to take a further role in this conquest.
You have saved my house's dream of ruling our world, and taught me much about what that will mean. I will not forget.